Hey guys, welcome to the Hayworth Music Podcast. Again, we're back.
Back to your scheduled programming.
Ooh, who's that? Who's that you hear?
It is I.
It's original crew. Original crew back in the house. We got Ryan Beveridge.
Hello.
Here to my right. Got the big GH.
Hey everyone.
Back from fighting volcanoes, wrestling turtles.
What's happening?
Riding dolphins.
Back from Vanuatu. Had a good time over there. Thanks for asking.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Little baby moon. Moon trip.
Oh, that's right,
Baby moon.
I was going to say, like, there was a baby moon.
Yeah.
Is that a Vanuatu thing?
It breaks off and just a little one.
But,
Were those turtles delicious?
delicious.
Yeah. Eat those turtles.
Nah, of course not.
Is that what they do?
Nah, we fed it. We fed a few turtles.
I thought you were hunting them.
Papaya.
I saw the thing on Instagram. I thought you
I
were
was
hunting
wondering what
the
that
turtles.
was. That I saw the video and I was like,
little-
I wonder what they
little
eat.
papaya. Yeah, so
Papaya.
it's good to be back though. Hey, good to be back. Good to have Bevo back sitting across from me.
Yeah.
He's been working out too, so he's looking good.
Yeah.
Moving house, actually. I've come all the way from Ferry Meadow today, so it's an extra drive.
As opposed to Dapto.
Yeah.
Ah, the old Ferry
Look
Meadow.
out.
Moving up in the world.
That's classy.
Yeah.
What are you doing there?
Just moved.
Oh.
There's been a spate of crime in Dapto lately too, if you follow the Facebook pages. So
Really?
I got out just at the right time.
Oh, just got out. Just got out in time. Nah, shout out to everyone in Dapto. We love Dapto.
Except the people who are breaking into
criminals.
cars.
Except the criminals. Go away. Go away.
So what are we talking about, Chibbs? What do we got going?
Well, I spoke to Bevo yesterday. I'm there trying to figure out what we're going to talk about and realised I was really scraping the barrel. Really scraping the barrel of things that I've got to discuss. So I said, Bevo, come up with some things to talk about.
I must say, though, I was very jealous that I didn't get asked my dream rig in the last week.
You can tell me your dream rig later.
I'll tell you later, yeah.
Yeah. No, Bevo's a wealth of knowledge. He would be my go-to if I was stuck for topics.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
Good move.
Good discussionist.
Yeah. He is.
Discussioner.
Discussion-y?
Discussioneer.
Yeah, that's good. I like that one.
So
What are we gonna talk
Well,
about?
Tell us.
yesterday in the shop, I had a Gretsch on the bench. Well,
Is it Gretsch or Gresh?
I say Gretsch,
Yeah.
So do I.
but
Some original guys, some of the more, I guess, experienced.
I'm not a
musos that you
wordsmith or anything,
Do say
but-
Gretsch.
a
You will
silent
find
T.
some people say Gretsch.
Yeah.
But I think when we've talked to the guys from Fender, they say Gretsch.
They might not know.
Well, they may not know.
They
but-
might not know.
Well,
I'd
it's
have
the
to
same
talk
as-
to old mate Gresh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
John
we've
Gretsch.
met.
It says.
It's Fred Gretsch, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Freddie?
Met him over at the NAMM show.
Buddy
years
Fred?
ago.
Yeah.
It's like Daddario.
Well, he said
and
Gretsch, so let's go with that.
Yeah.
Fred knows.
People always say
I'm pretty
Elixir.
I'm pretty sure it is Fred, so I could be getting that wrong, but
It is now.
someone will tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so you had a Gretsch. You
it
got a
was on the
Gretsch in the-
bench, and I thought
the
something's
shop.
a bit fishy about this guitar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is mysterious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Bevo?
And I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.5% sure it's a fake.
Right.
Fake?
Yeah.
What sort
Do
of
they
Gretsch
make-
was it? Like, was it look like?
The Brian Setzer signature.
Oh, like a
right, yeah,
Japanese thing.
Well, on the back of the
like
headstock. Yeah.
that's what it's copying.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, there's
Why
a
do you
few
think it's fake?
telltale signs,
This is
which
what
was,
we-
I thought the topic would be.
Yeah, this is what we're going to get into. So that's one topic that we're going to start with. Yeah, so fake Gibson, Fenders, and
How do you pick 'em?
Gretches.
Yep.
How to spot them.
Yep.
Which has been a big thing for us over the last couple of years.
Yeah. Yep.
And-
Well, it's always good to know because you don't want to spend money on something
Yeah.
that's not the legit
No.
Exactly.
article.
They are and they're obviously probably along with like PRS, like the most counterfeit style guitars that you
Yeah.
see. Is your
Well,
Gibson's Fenders.
Well, Fenders are for sure.
I actually
And-
had never heard of a fake Gretsch.
yeah, I hadn't seen.
I
them
hadn't
before.
either, yeah.
But it doesn't surprise me because like fake kind of Fenders were probably around for longer, and then it was only really probably 4 years ago maybe that we saw our first like real fake Gibson.
Yeah.
that would actually like fool
Yeah.
most people.
Yeah.
and actually I remember getting fooled by a Zach Wilde Gibson.
Yeah,
The first fake Gibson I saw, I didn't know it was fake.
got
It was
duped.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then you sort of realise that there are telltale signs that you look
Yeah.
out for now. So
Look into it.
We're going to get into that. So what else are we talking about, Bevo, too?
We'll talk about what's an essential piece of kit that you use that's not a guitar or an amp or a pedal, just like a little accessory. What's your favourite accessories, basically?
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Something
Nice.
like that. And then we'll have a little debate just about strings.
Ooh.
Get into it.
Oh, that's going to get vicious.
And then Glenn's old music for the mind. I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, man. I've got
I don't know what you got. You got some knowledge for us?
Had weeks to research
Do I
it.
ever not have knowledge for you?
So tell me about this Gretsch.
Okay,
Why did you think it was fake?
Well, it was on the bench for repair, and I saw on the little tag, the guys write a tag to tell me what to do with it and everything. It said Gretsch in case, and I was like, oh, cool. Pulled it out. Brian sets a signature one, and I went, that's awesome. And then I realised just a few things were off. For example, the logos everywhere were written, well, like really
in
sort
Texter.
spelled wrong. No, they were starting to rub off everywhere, and that's,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be like that.
No.
And I turned it around.
So
and
they're a decal, basically.
Yeah. One of the screws was screwed in over the top of some of the writing, so that was already instantly off.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Anything over a logo,
Yeah.
like Fender, Gretsch, Gibson, they just don't do that.
No.
So, you might see a fake Fender with a string tree just over the logo just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like that's a telltale sign it's a fake.
Definitely,
Fender would never do that.
All the gold hardware just looked like the cheapest, fakest gold you could ever see, and the Bixby was just loose, flapping out in the breeze.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I tightened it up, but it was still, not
Just
great.
the parts weren't.
Very cheap.
Okay.
What did it feel like to play?
It's actually not too bad to play. The neck was nice and straight and everything like that. So,
What are
Frets and that
the
sort of
pickups? Did the pickups look legit?
no.
No. Okay.
Still Gretsch looking pickups, but
Yeah.
they would, The thing about all the gold hardware too is that you'll find that it starts to sort of tarnish very quickly.
Yeah.
Back when I used to live in Lismore when I was studying at uni, one of my housemates was a little bit, let's say, dodgy. I won't say any names, but he said to me he found one of those sites where you could buy those cheap Chinese copies, and he said he was going to get one in just to see what it was like. And he asked me to play it at a gig just to get a feel for it and tell him how it felt.
Yeah.
Between it coming that day and me playing it at the gig that night, the gold rubbed off. The gold pickups from just from playing. So stuff like that.
Yeah.
I looked at the back of the neck. Sorry, one more thing.
Yeah.
And it says "Made in USA," which they're not. It's Japanese or Korean, I believe. I think there are some USA made
There
ones.
are some USA ones,
but not the Brian Setzer ones.
Yeah.
As far as I know. So.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's some good signs there. I actually, when you said this was the topic, I actually wrote down a few things just off the top of my head. When you're looking at these guitars, and it's the sort of thing like when you work in a guitar store, you get used to seeing the real thing so much that when you do see
Something's
one
off.
come in now, and you know to look out for it, you're like, oh, okay, this, and it really just comes down to details.
Yeah.
It's the fine details.
Yeah.
So there's things like you've said. You'll notice like the hardware and like the pickups, the pots, the machine heads.
Yeah.
Like if you get like a Fender or a Gibson with machine heads that just look like they're not die cast, or if they they might be odd machine heads, or they might be you can just tell like a cheaper machine head is a telltale sign. Anything over the logo is a telltale sign.
Yep.
With the Gibsons, the serial number on the back of the headstock, the fake ones a lot of the time will have a routed out serial number, which is a lot deeper than the stamped sort of serial number that
but
they
the
do.
serial numbers some still do sometimes match up to a legit Gibson as well.
Well, that's what I was.
That fig-
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's another thing you can do is actually go to this site called guitardataproject.org.
Yep.
We
use that a lot, actually.
Yeah, you can go to that site. It's got Gibsons, Fenders, and you just punch in the serial number, and you can see if it's
And
a
what
legit,
country it's manufactured
what
in as
country
well.
it's made into. So that's a way you can tell as well. But just coupling that with checking out the details of the guitar. So we talked about the serial number on the back of the Gibsons.
Yep.
Like a fake one will have a real deep serial number,
Yep.
where they usually either kind of press it on, or it's only a really shallow kind of stamp on the back.
Or they're
there.
just a decal, like the logo. Yeah.
You look at the inlays on the Gibsons, like on the fretboard, you can just tell if they're symmetrical, if they all look neat and tidy. The fret ends, often the cheaper ones will have rough fret edges and feel really rough to play. A one other thing with the Gibsons, the binding. Like, check out the binding where the binding meets the
that's
headstock.
that's the one. Like
Near the nut.
Yeah.
You can tell. If you
Around the body, like with the bound body on it as well.
Yeah.
Like the binding doesn't
Match up.
meet up
Yeah.
to the neck. Like it stops early.
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
You get this gap there.
Yeah.
That was always a way to.
And the binding on a fake one going past the nut. It's easy when you can kind of got like an A/B picture.
Yeah.
But just check that out because often a fake one's easier to spot if you can compare it to a new one. Just check the binding out on the headstock there too, on the side profile when you're looking right where it hits the nut there.
Yeah.
The fake ones look very different. And also take off the back cavity. Take off the cavity where you've got the pots and everything.
Yep.
You'll know, like if you've seen any professionally made guitars, how they're wired up.
Gibson
You
pots
check
are
these-
stamped with the Gibson logo
Gibson
too.
will have the Gibson logo on the pots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the wiring just looks so much
It's
neater.
thicker, yeah.
If you look at like
They
one of these
also
copies,
have like
they look
they
cheap
spray
as.
it in there as well, don't they? It's like got as like a silver spray or something in the
like shielding.
backplate. Yeah, like
Yeah,
shielding.
yeah. And you can just tell that there's the wiring inside there.
Yeah.
If it's been done professionally or if
Yeah.
it's been, had to go out by someone.
Yeah.
So the electronics, the rough frets, and with Fender, basically check the serial number at guitardataproject.org. You can check that out. The machine heads as well. The logos, have a look at the logo on the headstock because a lot of the time, if it's very obvious that it's a sticker kind of thing, you'll see it.
Yeah.
And just the hardware.
The fake Gibsons, I know, like, is the G and the, like, it was how, like, the G met the I or something,
Yeah,
and all these
yeah.
fake
The dot
Gibsons,
or
like,
something like-
looked
yeah.
totally,
Yeah.
whack.
Yeah.
And we're
that's
not
right,
talking
the
about ones
logos.
that have a different name on the logo or anything. These
No.
are ones that are trying to pass off
Say
as
it's a
the
Gibson.
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's it's just in the details, and if you're ever not sure, you can call us up, or you can show us, or talk to Fender or Gibson.
I
And
think, especially with Gibsons, I know on their website they have a whole section on how to spot it.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
give
yeah.
you the photos and
Yeah,
everything that you can go through and look.
Yeah.
But there's nothing worse than having to break a customer's heart
Oh, yeah.
and tell them that their guitar's
yeah,
fake
that's it. Yeah.
after they've probably spent.
Yeah.
They could have spent
Yeah.
thousands of dollars thinking they're still getting a good deal.
Yeah.
And then you got to tell them it's fake.
Yep, that's
You
right.
can see the moment their heart breaks.
Yep, that's it. You got to
Does
do
old
your,
mate
you
with
gotta
the
do your
Gretsch,
research.
do you think he knows it's not
Well,
real?
I only got it out yesterday afternoon, so I'm going to have to speak to him, I suppose. But I think he would know.
Yeah.
It's
It's
interesting
pretty-
that you said that it still plays okay. Like when you play a Brian Setzer or a White Falcon or something, like they play like amazing.
I was actually
You know?
really surprised. Like the neck's nice and straight, action's low and no real buzz or anything like that. So
yeah.
it's just-
these Gibsons and that I've played have just been pretty shocking. Like you can tell like how rough the frets are and that sort of thing.
yeah,
So
that's it. Yeah,
That's a telltale sign for me. But if it still plays okay, then you can look at the other details, like we mentioned.
well,
as well.
yes, tuning wasn't great. We didn't say tune very well. And funnily enough, the pickups on a proper Gretsch, I'm not sure if this is a thing for Brian Setzer ones or not.
Yeah.
But down on the treble horn, you've got a master volume knob.
Yeah.
And then a pickup switch up closest to you.
Yeah.
And then you've got your volumes and tones down at the end. This one had, down on the bottom was the bridge volume, up on the top was the neck volume with the pickup switch as well, and then two tones down the bottom. It's all over the place. So
Maybe that's how Brian likes it.
maybe, I don't know. I'll have to do my research.
I'd probably play it all right too because you set it up, mate. You're good. You're good at setting up the guitars, mate. You know how to do the action right and get the neck right.
Yeah. Action's good.
Good action.
Cool. So if you need any more info on that, guys, like we said, you can go to that website, guitardataproject.org. You can go on the Gibson and Fender sites.
Yeah.
Or
There'll be
talk to
lots
us.
of forums too, and there'll be plenty of guys ready to come and tell you your guitars are fake with pleasure.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Cool.
All right.
So this accessory thing.
Yep.
Well, first of all, before we get into that,
Yep.
give me your ultimate rig. What's
Okay,
your
all
ultimate
right.
guitar rig? And then we'll flow into this.
I think you guys were talking before. You started out with what's your ultimate dream
Yeah,
rig,
so
and then
you've
it
got-
turned into what's the most practical rig.
No, it didn't.
It did, because you're like, oh, this is versatile and that's versatile, but versatile
I just
doesn't mean
picked
you.
what I have.
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, so basically it was it doesn't matter what time, availability, what it is.
Yeah, because like
whatever you want.
my dream
Whatever you
rig
want.
is
Dream.
like George Harrison's Les Paul that Eric Clapton used on While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Okay.
But that's not going to get me out of trouble in a cover band playing,
No.
Sweet Home
That's
Alabama.
fine. I'm sure you could still play Sweet Home Alabama on it.
But my dream rig, I suppose, would be that Les Paul
Yeah.
with maybe like a Marshall stack.
No, you put no
Some
thought into this. No thought.
Just a Marshall stack. Well, you're not going to give us the model or anything.
Yeah.
Maybe a JCM 800. I don't know. I've only ever used like the.
Then why do you
valve
want it?
state
Why
ones.
would you possibly get it in your dream rig if you've never used it?
I thought you said at the start. You said I want to tell you my dream.
Yeah, I want
rig,"
to tell you a
and
dream
then
rig.
it
Oh,
seemed to be
actually, but I've never thought about
you're
it.
not sure. About
No, I
it.
was upset.
Thanks for
that
wasting our time, Bevo.
I missed that particular episode.
Yeah.
All right, I changed my mind then. I'll use my.
You got so many nice things that you've
That's
got
it, I'm
already.
disposable,
and-
yeah.
Well, I said I picked one of those JVM 410. I think 205H.
Yeah, yeah.
And a 1960 cab.
Actually, I'd go one of those old Ampeg guitar amps that the Rolling Stones used to use, only because no one else was really using them, and
Yeah.
I like to make my own sort of
Yeah.
statement.
George Harrison's guitar and that amp's not going to go together at all.
It is when I'm playing it.
Yeah.
And then
This is a dream.
Pedal wise, I'll just be generic, maybe like two different distortions and a boost, just for my sort of crunchy sound, my
Yeah.
own
Don't give us the
sound.
model or anything.
Okay, let's go.
There's nothing.
all right.
There's nothing going on here. It's pointless. I'll just delete this off the podcast.
No. That'd be harsh.
It's just,
Bevo's back. I got
it's
to.
the stuff.
I got to
It's
do
the
it.
stuff I already use. So it's the MXR 79
Wrong.
custom badass. No, it's 78 custom badass.
Oh, good.
is that
Yeah,
one.
better than the 79.
The blues driver,
Yep.
and then either the Boss feedbacker booster or just an EQ pedal, anything like that, just to give it that sort of next level for solos.
Yep.
The MXR Phase 90.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I use the Van Halen version with the script thing, but it doesn't really make a difference. It just looks
Yeah,
cooler.
it's stripy.
I've got
Yeah,
a
it's
Phase
good.
90, not the Van Halen version, but just the orange one.
Yeah.
Solid
Yeah.
pedal.
And maybe a delay just for like slapbacky kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I
Well, that
can
was
tweak
Nick's
it.
whole thing.
Yeah.
Slapback. Wants everything to have slapback delay.
Yeah. I do like a slapback. I do. Sometimes I play in a rock and roll swing band kind of thing for gigs, and you need slapback for that. So.
Did anyone ever mention a Mesa rig in the Dream Rig thing?
There's no messer.
You wouldn't pick that, Bevo? You'd pick Marshall?
Yeah, I think messes have gone a bit out of fashion
Yeah.
in the last couple of years.
Bevo's a fashionable guy.
I don't
He
pick
likes
what's in-
to. He likes
I
to.
don't-
His dreams change with what's in vogue.
Yeah. I don't pick anything
They were just-
fashionable,
they were-
Bevo. I just pick what sounds good, mate.
They were always
Yeah.
too expensive for me, the messes.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
a bit unattainable.
I used to play a Mesa Stiletto I used to play a Mesa Dual Rec.
Yeah, the Dual
and then
Rec,
The
yeah.
Dual Rec was great, but then it was just it is so compressed. And it's great for metal and that real heavy punk sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But as we kind of, I guess, evolved a little bit in the band,
Yeah.
I went to the Stiletto, which had the 6L6 tubes rather than the
Yeah.
EL84s.
Well, they were
believe.
designed to be played together, so you didn't have two dudes in a band
Yeah.
playing.
And then Benny-
both playing messes.
Yeah,
Both
yeah.
playing dual Recs.
Dual Recs, yeah.
You had someone play stiletto, someone play rec.
Stiletto just had that nice brightness to it,
Yeah.
and a real rocky sound. So
Yeah.
I really like that.
They do
But,
sound amazing. Like you play just like a single rec, like a 50-watt
Yeah.
valve head.
But they are
It's-
incredibly expensive.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
said.
But I think for what I picked the Marshall just for the, I think the clean and reverb and everything in it's still really nice. Just the overdrive on it is
I
great,
reckon
and then you can
Marshall-
get that full
it's sick.
super high gain.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I would pick
Thing out of
now?
it.
The EVH
5150 head.
5150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That amp is awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
that is pretty sick.
that is amazing.
Yeah.
So I would, I like that. I like it in the white too. It's something different.
So specific. It's almost the totally opposite of what Bevo said.
What's your dream guitar though, Glenn? You didn't say that.
Guitar,
Yeah.
Les Paul.
Just
I like
the one you've
Les
got?
Paul custom.
Yeah?
That's
It's good when you've already got your dream guitar.
well.
I
You
think.
pretty much. You guys know I could. If I really wanted to, I could be like, all right, well, I'll take this guitar.
You do own.
That's
You,
the dream,
you do
isn't it?
technically
And-
own about 1,000 guitars.
right? But so I guess like no, that's the guitar, Gibson Les Paul custom. So
Yeah.
white one, I got it probably 10, 12 years ago or something, and just a solid guitar, just a great sound. Pickups in it super bright. Yeah,
Well, that's when I was thinking if it
So you
needs to be
don't own
versatile.
you don't own your dream guitar.
Well,
you
no,
still don't
it's-
have it.
Even the custom shop version.
Still don't have it.
$10,000.
Yeah.
But I've got a
Commit.
Les Paul that I love to death.
I've got to say though, I'm tempted now with some of these Gretches.
Yeah.
Just the the look of
Even
them,
just have on your wall.
And yeah,
Do look pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
That's my style, anyway.
I got mine. My dream guitar. My dream guitar was always that Ibanez Prestige S series.
Yeah.
I've got about 14 of my
Yeah.
dream guitars.
And now it lives in a case under a bed in my spare room.
Yeah, that's it.
There
You
go.
scratch that itch and then...
Yeah, there it is. Got
yeah,
it.
Yep.
Okay, well, seeing that was horrible, can you tell me what accessory do you possibly have to have 100%?
The topic is what's an essential piece of gear you can't live without.
That's
Yeah.
not a guitar, amp, or pedal.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little boring, I suppose, but
Standard.
my old Kaiser Capo, I think I bought it in 2007,
Yep.
and it's still, I never lost it, it's never broken.
Never lost it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I still
jeez.
remember the day I bought it and I thought $40 was a bit steep to be
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
But-
want to lose. I've lost so many capos.
It's still here and it's still going, it still holds me in tune and everything
I use
like
a rubber
that.
band and a pencil.
I've tried that, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what you're going with, Kaiser Capo?
Kaiser Capo, my little blue Tortex picks.
Yep.
To get the right tone?
No,
you
it's
can't
just
get the
like
right
nothing
tone
else
out
feels-
with another pick?
Not
Are you
the
that
tone.
sort of dude?
Nah, not at all.
But like if someone hands you a pick
I'll use
and
whatever.
you go, oh, I can't play with that.
Nah,
I won't get my tone. Sam Coles does that.
does he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
No,
right.
it's whatever's in my pocket, but, you know,
Yeah.
blues are the ones that I feel most comfortable with. It's like a pair of shoes that fit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
And
Kaiser Capo.
my little Eno tuner on the headstock.
Yeah.
I don't even use a pedal one anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eno's quick and easy.
Yeah. Yeah. I was probably gonna say that for myself is just a
Sorry, I took all the
clip on
good one.
tuner. Clip on tuner. The other thing, if you're gigging, like I don't do a lot with the electric guitars these days, but the strap locks.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, I'll
You gotta-
come back to me on that.
Oh,
one.
You gotta have.
what? We're just like listing everything now, are we? Does
No,
it
I've got
say
a little.
that?
I've got a little
Just
hack. that
a piece of gear. What's the hack?
do you guys know the Grolsch beer that you can get?
Yep.
No.
Yes, I
It's
do.
like it's half a liter of beer in a bottle, and it's got a little pop top. You know
Yeah.
those ones that
Something
you
like
can,
Snoop Dogg would drink.
yeah, you
Right.
can resell them, but the little rubber stopper in the pop top
Yeah.
works as a perfect strap lock
Yeah, right.
What?
because it just sticks over the strap
Yeah.
and the strap pin
Yeah.
and just holds it in place the same way it would seal in the air of a.
Really? Could you do a guitar spin?
Yeah, I trust it.
Yeah, wow.
So
We should get a
lately-
video of that.
Yeah, lately I've been buying cases of.
Let's get
Grolsch beer.
Let's get George Harrison's Les Paul. Let's put one of these little rubber popper things on it and watch Bevo do a guitar spin and see if that works. I have no idea what accessory I use. I don't use a capo
Yeah.
because I play bass. A good lead.
Yeah, that's important. I think.
Yeah?
yeah,
I like those Fender tweed cables.
yeah.
I don't have one.
Nice and thick.
I can dream though. I can dream. That'd be pretty good.
Is there a certain type of string that you like, or
I used to use years and years ago. I used those Warwick. Warwick did like blue and red bass strings,
Oh, yeah.
which were really good.
Yeah.
But no,
you can live without them?
yeah. Well, I don't know what happened to them. Does anyone know whatever happened to
I
Warwick?
haven't even heard of them.
No, I don't know. That's only I use Ernie balls. Yeah, I have used elixirs before, but like I didn't really want to have to take out the second mortgage on my house
Oh, that's it. Keep it
to buy a
upkeep,
few
yeah.
sets. $100 or something. $100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not that good.
No.
Not worth it. I like I just use Ernie balls. Regular slinkies.
Fair enough,
Can't go wrong. And bass strings last so long anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like guitar strings where you got to constantly replace them.
Did you ever boil your strings? Have you
I
heard about
did.
that?
I have done that before.
It didn't work for me,
It
but I
didn't
think
work?
they were.
You get life out of it for like one gig.
I think mine were beyond gone
Yeah.
at that point.
It just because it gets the grime out of the
These
coils and
these,
everything.
These are pure rust.
Yeah.
It's a
Rust
barbed
is
wire
too
fence.
far.
Yeah.
But you're meant to wipe down your strings after
Yeah,
you
yeah.
play and all that sort of stuff. I have told at least 7 trillion people that and never done it myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But tones in the fingers.
Who's got that kind of time?
I don't have time to do that
Commitment.
at all. I've got to go.
Speaking
Gotta
of
play this
strings-
gig and go home.
This might be a nice segue into
Yeah.
our debate.
Oh well, hold on. Let me.
Get that tune.
Ooh, that's debate time. That's a debate horn. Ring the bell.
The
Ding,
clax-
ding, ding.
The klaxon of debate.
That's it. So, Bevo, you got a pretty interesting one here. What's better? You got to make a firm choice here.
I've definitely got a firm choice
no
here.
fence sitting.
Yep.
There's going to be people upset. There's going to be brands that are going to be furious.
They're going to be calling up, pulling them from the shelves.
Elixirs, or you couldn't even decide on one of these. Ernie Ball / Daddarios.
I feel like there's just two camps, really, isn't there? I'm an
What about
Elixir
Fender
man.
strings?
I'm a Dapper Dan
What about
man.
bullets? Fender bullets
That's
for the
not
tone.
even- Elixirs. I'm an Elixirs man through and through. Won't buy anything else anymore.
What did you
I
buy
shouldn't have
before
dissed-
Elixirs then?
shouldn't have
Because Elixirs
dissed
haven't
them
been around
for
forever.
Whatever was available. I never had a preference.
You didn't have a preference
Nah,
before Elixirs?
until
Because Elixirs, they've been around 10 years or something?
Yeah, when we
I've
were
only
at
been
Kima
playing,
Down, when we were at Kima
yeah.
Downs, they
Yeah.
came out.
Came out or Calm Down.
Yeah.
Probably, let's say 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, before that, there wasn't anything, there was no coded strings.
No, that's right.
So let's wind back the clock. It was like, it was pretty much Daddario or Ernie Ball.
yeah,
They were the go-to ones.
yeah.
Really. And they still are in a lot of the cases. But Elixir is a funny one because they just came out. They're not a string manufacturing company initially.
No,
I'm not sure. They're like a polymer company.
Yeah.
I think to start with. And
Yeah.
so they manufactured the actual coding.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they went into string manufacturing.
Yeah, right.
And it's interesting how they did it because most brands would go to Daddario and say, make this
Make
string.
these strings
yeah,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Which Daddario, when you go through the factory in New York, I've had the privilege of doing with my sister back probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
yeah,
You go through the factory and you're like, oh, these aren't Daddario strings. These
yeah.
are-
They're just making strings for everyone.
They're making
There's
strings for a lot of
only-
different people.
Is it true that there's only like 3 string manufacturers in the world, or
That's what they-
something?
well, that's
something
what
like
they
that?
say,
There's not.
but-
There's not many.
Yeah, well, Daddario is obviously
everything.
probably the biggest.
They're
I would
making
say.
Fender strings.
Well, you can't really say. I don't think you're allowed
I
to
said
say
it.
what they're making. But,
Secrets out.
but let's just say there's a lot of brands in there that they're making.
It's turned into a
And-
conspiracy podcast.
Yeah, but no, it's just pointing out the fact that Daddario they just
Make a lot of
they just do that.
strings.
And I will say about Daddario too, like I like them as a company because they do a lot of good stuff. They do a lot of give and back.
Yeah.
And they're really innovative in terms of like they do the Planet Waves cables, they do the reeds.
Evan
and-
Skins.
Did they get
Evan
on board
Skins.
for your restring record?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Got on board with the Restring record. That's right, Bevo. But also, they're so innovative, and what they do is the reeds that they make, they actually started growing their own crops
Yeah, right.
and created their own
Rico, whatever.
Rico, the timber for the reeds themselves, and they're just so thorough with what they do, and they're such a professional company, and they've been going since the
Old.
1800s or something.
Old.
Like before they moved to when they're Italian family, when they're in Italy, they were making these gut strings for their instruments back then, and then they moved to New York and they just continued it on. So
Yeah.
you've got John Daddario, who's like the nephew of Jim Daddario, the third or the second, I think. So
Yeah.
anyway, it's just been in the family a long time. Met both Jim and John, really nice guys. John's actually been out to our stores.
Sharp
here.
dresser.
Yeah,
He's a sharp dresser.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy
And-
looks
but
like
really
he's
nice, really nice
business.
family, and just they give back and just an impressive operation over there in New York.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's Daddario. I can't speak for Ernie Ball. I haven't been through their operation or met the guys, the head guys there. But
Yeah.
obviously
They've got a
good
lot
brand.
of Ernie Ball have a lot of big names behind them. I think
Yeah.
they do a lot of sponsorship and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
you know.
for sure. And then Elixir, it's just funny how they've slotted in. Like,
Definitely, yeah.
Like they've really, they're probably our most popular brand at the moment
Yeah.
in terms of strings, aren't they? You
Yeah,
would
for
say?
sure. Yeah.
And it's just they weren't ever a string manufacturer. They
Yeah.
started out.
I think
as
it's fun. I
a
always
polymer.
found the packets of Elixirs don't look like a professional. You know, now that they've changed them, they're sort of coming in a bit
Yeah.
more. But it always looked like like a knockoff brand or something like that.
Yeah,
To step up their packaging game.
Yeah, the visual.
It's,
It's funny how visual.
it'll be good to
You
sit
know.
Yeah.
down with those guys at Elixir and just ask them the question: how did they come up with that, and what was it like for them launching that as into an industry they'd never
Yeah.
been a part of before?
Well, I know when I went through the Taylor factory over in San Diego, one of the executives for Taylor had come from Elixir.
Yeah,
So he was pretty much like got Elixir off the ground, and then Taylor poached him, and he did the same thing. Just turned Taylor into this this crazy number one.
I recently bought a packet of Elixirs, and one of them was a dud, and I emailed Elixir and said, this happened.
You're one of those letter writers, are you, Bevo?
No, I just feel a bit ripped off when you spend money on strings. And
why'd you email Elixir and not talk to our suppliers? Like,
it was just on the Facebook page, on the Elixir Facebook page.
He's just trolling. He's just on the internet trolling.
You know how you do, and you pick up
no,
a
I
string
don't. I
anyway,
don't do it.
They sent me the replacement string, single string, and a whole pack just as a...
They sent you that?
Yeah, and some stickers as well.
Stickers?
Yeah, so...
Free stickers?
Yeah. Customer service for Elixir.
That's great.
Beautiful.
That's great.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. But, I mean, Elixir, for those of you guys listening who don't know Elixir, they're a coated string. So they create their own coating, and they coat the strings so they last longer, and so they don't rust as quick.
Yeah.
Basically, they say they last 3 to 5 times longer. And when they came out, say 10 years ago or so, then the other manufacturers started to do their own versions of it.
Follow suit.
But and some of them took off, like the Daddario EXP. Some people prefer that.
I think Elixirs still have stayed ahead of the game. They've still got that whole thing stitched up.
Yeah,
you do find a lot of people, especially for the acoustic strings, are very staunchly anti-Elixir because they reckon the tone...
They don't like the coating,
They make a few different variations of Elixirs now, though.
You'll get the people that are just like, won't touch them.
Yeah.
That's why we've got the debate.
They brought out the Nano web and the phosphor bronze.
Yeah.
Because the polyweb coating was actually a very thick coating and still
is.
Yeah. So they brought out the Nano web, which is that bit thinner.
Yeah.
And then
which the Nano is pretty much what you get. Like, it comes like stock standard on nearly every high-end acoustic guitar.
You can't really tell looking at it that it's a coated string, can you?
But it is like it's a smart thing as well to have it come straight from the manufacturer with them on it.
Yeah.
They don't know how long a guitar might be in a box at a wholesaler, and then how long it's going to be in a store as well before a customer actually plays it.
Well, it makes our life easy, doesn't it?
The strings don't need to be changed. Well, we used to have to do restrings all the time at Kima Downs on acoustic guitars and stuff.
Beach and then
because it was smack bang on the beach, and you just have strings go dead in no time at all, especially on some of the cheaper ones, on cheaper guitars.
And if you've got a big collection of guitars as well, you're not playing them all the time. You want the option to, if you pick it up after 6 months, it's going to be playable.
Good.
If you're like me, I've got the sort of hands that rust out strings the day after getting them, so Elixirs are completely solid.
Well, I play my acoustic guitar so little that I actually only have to change them every 2 years.
Having said that, I still change my strings quite often. Like, not...
Why?
Because they just...
You don't want to snap a string at a gig.
No,
I always like to... It depends how often you gig, but I like to change mine pretty often if I'm gigging a bit, just because you don't want to break one on stage.
Playing acoustic, I play once or twice a week, and I change them maybe every 3 gigs or so. Even Elixirs, just because they still sort of wear out on me. Just because my hands must be like Toxic Avenger style.
Yeah, but you play long sets as well.
Yeah, 3-hour sets on the one guitar. So always got the backup.
I've shaken your hand before many times, and you got sweaty palms.
Yeah,
Nervous fella.
No, you need your Elixir-coated glove to shake.
No, I'm joking.
I always wonder when I'm fixing people's guitars if they get them home and they've gone all rusted. We'll never know.
It's like the worst X-Men power of all time. What's your X-Men power? I rust strings with one touch.
Some people do have acidic sweat.
Yeah,
and
it is. It's like a superpower. Isn't that Venom from Spider-Man? Wasn't that his thing?
No, he's a symbiote.
That's
a different.
I got
podcast.
him mixed up.
Remember Big Kizza playing bass?
Oh yeah.
He's the bridge that he was using one of the Sterling sub basses, and the bridge after just a couple of years of playing it and touring and that. The thing had rusted out.
Yeah.
Because he rested his palm there.
Yeah.
And it was totally rusted out and needed to get replaced.
Yeah, you got to watch your little grub screws on Strat style bridges, because if they freeze up, you can't do anything with them.
Nah.
Big Kizza.
Yeah, Big Kizza.
Big Kizza. Yeah. So there you go. So
Elixirs for you?
Definitely.
Elixirs for you? G's going to have to...
for my acoustic... Yeah,
he's going to say both.
For my electrics,
Daddario's on my backup.
Sometimes Daddario, sometimes Ernie Ball. Really, I kind of just grab what's out a lot of the time for my electric. But acoustic, I like Elixirs. They last a long time.
One thing I do like about Ernie Ball is like what it says on the packet. is what you get.
Yeah.
Regular slinky is a middle of the road kind of thing.
Yeah.
Light top,
Not
heavy
even
bottom.
slinky.
It's like, instead of it being weird, like lots of customers don't know what they want and don't have a preference.
Yeah.
So having it right there on the packet, perfect.
And what would you say, Chibbs?
Well, I use only balls.
Only ball
on
for
my
bass?
On my bass.
What about guitar, though? You
I
got
have
a couple
Elixirs on my
guitars.
acoustic.
Yeah.
I have Elixirs on my electric.
There you go.
There you go.
Because
Because
not
like
for bass, though, because you
No,
don't change the strings that often.
I
for
hardly,
bass. Anyway.
I just don't change them,
Hmm.
and they're just expensive.
Mm.
They would last, like it obviously last ages. Those
Yeah.
bass strings. I know Nick uses them, who was on the podcast last week.
A lot of people use them.
He uses
because
them on
they
his
do last
bass
a really long time.
because they last ages and ages. But yeah, I don't know.
You
Don't
don't,
know.
you don't
100,
change your
120
strings
bucks
all that
or
often
something.
anyway.
Never change
If you're
my strings.
if you're gigging with the bass and you use it a lot, or you're gigging with the bass, but I mean,
Yeah.
like a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like Elixir makes sense because you
If
don't
I had,
change them as much.
like if it was a thing where my strings went dead in 2 weeks and I had to change them every now and again, then obviously the Elixirs at $110 makes sense when you're going to spend 55 on Ernie balls anyway.
Yeah, buy 3 packets of Ernie balls. Or
but I
one
also
packet
just
of
really
Elixir.
like the sound of the Ernie balls.
Fair
Like, I
enough.
think I have tried like lots of different ones. DRs I've tried Daddarios, tried that. Ernie balls I think just sound the
They
best.
probably are our best selling bass string Ernie balls.
Yeah,
aren't they?
I think they've got it. There's something I don't know what they do. Some magic.
It's the eagle on the front.
Yeah, it's the eagle.
How
Eagle
good is
power.
that? How good is that packaging though?
Eagle
the
power.
Ernie
Yeah.
ball?
You can't miss it.
colours,
It's bright
yeah.
colours.
It's actually like they haven't changed really their logo and everything since like I don't know 80s, 90s.
It is very
It's
70s
still-
looking.
It's still kind of
Yeah.
cool. I don't know. It's the colours and that.
Yeah, it
looks
works.
cool.
Works for sure.
And how all the string brands too. Let's just say this. Remember, like 5 years ago or so, maybe more, they all went to vacuum sealed
Yeah, that's right.
packaging,
Yeah.
which makes a huge difference. Because how many times would you get out, I don't know, lots of DRs or
rusty,
something,
yeah.
All the
and you have
time.
people bring it back and be like, these strings have got rust on them,
Yeah.
they're brand new.
Yeah.
So that's one good thing too now
Yeah.
that all the manufacturers are
I think
basically
Fender
doing.
were the last people to finally do it.
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
start to vacuum seal their strings.
Just means when the customer gets it, it's fresh.
they're fresh.
Yep.
I do also like, just really quick, Daddario color-coded ball ends as well.
Oh yeah, I used to use them all the time.
Because now I know...
Oh no, wait. Sorry. Go. I thought you were talking about DR, actual coloured strings.
Oh, the actual
yeah.
coloured strings.
I used to use them.
They're cool
they
too.
were coded as well.
Yeah, they were coded, but they used
and
to
coloured.
come off like in a gig. Those
Yeah,
colours.
yeah. I used it for a bit. Like the black ones.
Yeah, the black one.
They
I
were
used the black
cool.
ones at one point. Yeah.
With the
On my
with
old
the,
electric, I used to use GHS Boomers,
Oh,
11
yeah.
to 70s.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that. Zach
Yeah.
Wild.
Zach Wild ones.
Wild
yeah.
ones.
I think we've still got some of them in the
at-
shop if you need.
It was at Climber Downs. It was like I was pretty young. It was before I worked at the shop.
Sometimes
And-
you had to drill out the machine head.
Yeah, I
to
think
get
I
the
don't know if it
string
was
through.
you had to do it or
Yeah.
someone had to do it, but
I remember we did that
because
a few times.
I'd read up about them, but you hadn't had them before. You
Yeah,
ordered
yeah.
them in, and then like you just went to like, oh, I'll just restring it for you, and then it's just like, the thing doesn't even fit in the nut. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah,
it was a
yeah.
bass string.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
bass string,
Yeah.
like on the
Yep.
E, and you couldn't tune it above C. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
get it higher without like breaking the guitar.
Yeah.
How
You can
good's
only
that?
do like
How
half
good's that?
a winding on the guitar machine head of
Yeah,
it as
that's
well.
right. Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
wrap it around more than like once
Yeah.
because
You
it's
carry
just
it
too
by the
thick.
string.
And now I've got this weird thing of I only use 9 to 42s,
Oh, yeah.
but still playing C.
Oh,
Yeah.
Flappy McGee.
Just like it easy.
It's just
Just easy.
so easy.
Do it in your sleep.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, so how can I do this when there's little effort as possible?
But yeah, the coloured ball ends on the Daddarios mean I can always tell what string they used to have on the guitar. So when they say, "Oh, just put the same ones
yeah,
again,"
yeah.
I know
You
it's
know
easy.
what it is.
Wait, you know it's Daddario, but how do you know the gauge?
Oh, I don't know the gauge.
Okay,
I
you
take
just
a
know
guess,
you just
but
know that Daddario.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's sometimes
We
a
know
thing where
Bevo's
you
not
need to-
specific with things.
if I don't know, you're not going to get your little micrometer out. And
You can,
Calipers?
yeah,
You can tell a 10 to a 9 though if you
Oh,
once you're
definitely,
used to it. Yeah.
just by feel.
Yep.
Do it. Hear all
Next
the
week, topic
insults.
1. Why does Chibbs suck?
All right, G. Bring us home. Bring us home with some knowledge.
All right. This one goes
This is
out.
going to be the best one. It's had so long to research it.
This one goes out to all the people who
Hope it's not the one I did last week.
Oh,
I did it
like
last
that
week,
one,
G.
actually.
Did you?
Is that
Yeah.
listening to
What was it
music in the
last
car?
week? Tell me.
It was about drive. Makes you a better driver.
Nah, this one is music for those people who love eating and maybe eat a little too much sometimes.
Ooh,
music
I like
helps
it.
you eat less. Music helps
yeah.
you eat less. Have a listen to this.
So I normally put R. Kelly on, cry, and eat lots.
This is from lifehack.org, and they've got a quote here from Thomas Hardy, who says, "There's a friendly tie of some sort between music and eating."
It's Thomas Hardy
And-
again. He's back.
I'm going to go into this. It says, research at Georgia Tech University showed that softening the lighting and music while people ate led them to consume fewer calories and enjoy their meals more. If you're looking for ways to curb your appetite, try dimming the lights and listening to soft music next time you sit down for a meal.
I think we've done this one before.
No. No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because
Really?
Tom Hardy, Batman. This was in the first
Tom
episode.
Hardy isn't Batman.
Back. No, Bane.
I know that. It could be the same. It could be the same dude. He's just doing lots of research. I don't think we've done that.
I think we have.
Whatever.
I don't know if we've done the eating one, but we may have had quotes from Thomas
Yeah.
Hardy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it's possible.
I wonder.
Possibly.
I wonder if that worked. I put on the Spotify playlist the most beautiful music in the world for dinner
Yeah.
I told him not to put my stuff on Spotify.
Nice.
by Ryan Beveridge. The most beautiful music in the world by Ryan Beveridge.
So I'd like to see
But the lights, they've got a pretty
I'd
dim
like to
light.
see
They've got a
when
pretty
they-
dim light
yeah,
as
I'd
well.
like to see one show of an episode of Biggest Loser where they sit everyone down.
Down, yeah.
And they're just like,
What would
put
be
on
a
some
whole
Mozart.
season?
Yeah.
let's just get some soft music going, guys, and just see how you go.
See if you enjoy it more. See, the thing
Yeah.
is, though, they're saying that you'll enjoy the food more, but eat less.
Mm.
But if you're enjoying
That's
so
classic
much,
restaurant. They want you to eat less and enjoy.
Yeah.
I
more.
think like it
Like
just means
them.
you'll chew your food more and you just take your time with it. And sometimes we just like we scoff our food so much, and I do it as well when you're hungry and you keep eating, and you don't give it a chance to actually digest, get to your stomach, and give that sense that you actually are full.
I've got things
just
to
keep
do.
eating,
Things
and
to do,
then
people to see.
music
I don't have time to sit here and enjoy this food.
You're
Let's put some fuel in me.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
keep going.
You're an efficient guy.
Efficient. G and I went to
Eats
lunch the
like
other
a
day.
duck.
I ate very efficiently.
Yeah, went to Hogsworth, didn't we? Get some of them steaks.
Yeah. But G's like actually hits him up for some sauce. I've already finished.
Yeah. Just enjoying it.
Smashed it.
You just wanted to get back to work, mate. You're just too
Stuff to
efficient.
do.
Yeah.
Stuff to do.
We used to.
It
we
was
used to-
delicious though.
when Chibbs here was about probably 14, we I think we'd just done a gig at the Wollongong Youth Centre in our band, and Chibbs come along and probably played the gig too in Trample, and goes to Subway, 2 foot long meatball subs.
Whoa, two.
Yeah. I don't want
Inhaled
to
them.
have to eat for a day.
Inhaled them.
Hibernate.
Yeah. I've
no
heard-
salad, but just meatball, cheese,
Meat and carbs.
2 foot longs, just
Protein and
smash them.
carbs.
Should have cranked on some easy
it.
listening.
That's a
yeah,
great example.
well, see, it's because the lights weren't dim and the music was too harsh.
Yeah, that's probably a strategy to do the opposite of that in Subway and places like that.
Well, they do like that whole thing.
want you to eat
Music's
more.
always a massive part of, like at Woolworths and
Yeah.
shopping centres and that.
Well, let's think of it this
Yeah.
way: when you're in a
That's
restaurant,
the
they want you to eat the one thing you've chosen,
Yeah.
and drink more.
Yeah.
Where if you're at Subway, they want you to pick as
Get
many
2
things as
footlongs.
possible. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
because
Yeah.
you're not there for the long haul. You're just there to eat and go.
Yeah.
So you want to get as much as possible.
Well, I
So,
honestly just did have the idea of like if I just eat like heaps now, then I won't have to eat for ages. So I
Yeah.
just see it as an inconvenient thing I have to
I'm gonna
do,
be like that too.
like getting petrol.
some people love eating as a hobby.
Yeah, some people are foodies. That
Yeah, I know.
For me,
I know.
eating is a means to an end.
Yeah,
I'm
I just
sure
want
it
to
is for
get
you
this
as well.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
when I was
yeah.
in Vanuatu, there was this couple that we hung out with a little bit, and they were foodies, as they call themselves. So
Yeah.
they were all like, "You got to go to this restaurant, this restaurant, this restaurant." So they were doing it for their food experience.
Yeah.
And I'm not a lot like that. I'll kind of just eat. Like I like food, but I'll just eat it, and that's what it's for. It's fuel for me. And I'll spend more time going out to see other things.
Yeah.
But they were doing the whole banquets of different
Yeah,
things. So
yeah.
people are just into different
Oh,
stuff.
people
like
are into
that.
it.
So, yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. Music, soft music can help you eat less.
Yeah, give
There
that a
you go.
whirl. Give that a whirl. All right. Thanks,
All right.
fellas.
No worries.
It's a good
to
one.
be back.
We should do it again sometime.
Yes, we should.
Let's do it again sometime. Thanks for listening, guys, out there in podcast land. We really appreciate you guys. We love you. We respect you.
Yep.
And we want to stay in touch with you. So
Definitely. Hit us up at haywithguitars.com.au.
Yes.
You can also get us on Facebook, facebook.com/haywithguitars. It's also the Hayworth Drum Room for you percussionists and drummers out there.
Yes.
And make sure you jump on iTunes, subscribe to the podcast, and leave us a review.
And send us a live chat
5
if you
stars.
want.
You can live chat with
Chibbs
me. Just tell me all the things, all the stupid things I'm saying. That's stupid. You're a stupid idiot.
Waste his time too. He loves that.
People do. It's people's favourite thing to do. All right, I'm out.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. See you later.